Hello and welcome to Long Weekend Adventures. She's Lisa. I'm Don, and today we're in the backyard, but not really. We're cheating. It's episode 13, so crazy stuff's going on, right?
It was kind of an abnormal day.
It was. Very unexpected day, too.
Yeah.
So, we do have some on-site footage, or I do. You couldn't make it.
I was working.
You were working. I have the day off, so tell them what I went and did.
Well, Donnie went down to the Wings Over the Rockies museum and dropped off a print of mine. The reason he went and dropped it off, they are opening up a new museum / hangar, or is it just a museum?
It's a museum, interactive. They've got prints. They've got a lot of stuff. Interactive rides. All sorts of things.
So kind of like a new exhibit type thing.
But it is in a hangar.
It's in a hangar, okay. So anyways, I had been approached by a fellow aviation photographer telling me that Wings Over the Rockies was looking for print donations for a silent auction that they are doing for a private event the night before the ribbon cutting for this new exhibit. And I followed up on the information. I think we talked about it briefly in an earlier episode. And I had talked to Keisha, who is what is she, museum director?
She's the entertainment director.
Entertainment director, okay.
I will correct it.
She had asked me to donate a print for the silent auction. So I had one of my aviation prints all matted up and framed up and made up real nice. And Donnie took it down there for me today to hand deliver it because I had to work, like we said. And so thank you for dropping it off.
You're welcome, of course.
So yeah, it was quite the honor to be asked to donate one of my pieces. I am very honored that someone thought that my work is good enough to be a part of a silent auction and have people actually bid on it and for it to end up in somebody's house on their wall. So really big honor for me. She's going to send me a link to the auction so I can kind of follow it and see what's going on online. But she did email me and thank me after Donnie dropped it off. So thanks, Keisha, if you're watching this, for the thank you, and thank you for including me. I'm very honored. So anyways, that's what you went to go do, and it turned out to end up being a video for us.
Yeah, very unexpected video. I was very unprepared. Didn't bring a lot of the new gear. I brought the new camera, but I didn't bring the gimbal to support everything because I didn't think I was going to get to really roam around. My whole plan was to go down there, drop off the photo, talk to Keisha real quick about the event, thank her for allowing us for the opportunity to do that. It was really cool. And then I was going to bounce, and Keisha said, "You're here. Why don't you walk around the museum?"
Sure.
So how am I going to say no to that?
Yeah. You and airplanes.
Exactly.
It's like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together.
For sure. So I went and walked around the museum a little bit, but before I did that, Keisha was gracious enough to do a quick little segment about the grand opening of the museum that's coming up.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and cut to Keisha real quick so she can explain what's going on with the event.
Hi, my name is Keisha. I'm the events director at Wings of the Rockies Air and Space Museum. We are opening our new location, and it is called Boeing Blue Sky Aviation Gallery. Our grand opening days are Saturday, July 21st, and Sunday, July 22nd. Please come out, bring the family. We'll have food trucks, games, activities, carnival game rides, and about 4 to 5 simulators that you can get into. So join us in cutting that ribbon and opening up at Centennial Airport. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Keisha. Wish we could attend the event, but we'll go to the museum.
At some point, yeah.
At some point, for
I think
sure.
You're working that weekend.
Yeah,
so.
Unfortunately, it's going to happen like this every once in a while with my work schedule to where I have to work on the weekends.
Yep.
It is what it is. I did run around the museum, so we'll cut to that. But before we do that, I talked about the B-1B Lancer that's in there, and I didn't realize it until I walked all the way around and went down and actually read it, and that was not a B-1B. What do you think it was?
I have no idea.
It's actually something that's very, very rare that I didn't realize.
Okay.
And it's a B1A Lancer.
Okay.
And there was only 4 of them ever made.
4, really? Wow.
So that's 1 of 4. And it was supposed to be a supersonic fighter. The sign said it was capable of 1,450 miles per hour for flight.
Wow.
Which is almost Mach 2. And depending on altitude and pressure with how Mach's calculated, it could actually be a little bit over Mach 2. But super rare. There's only 4 of them made. They never put them in service. And it got replaced with the B1B, which the B1B is not supersonic. It goes very, very close to supersonic. So the B1A was designed to replace the B-52 bomber. And for whatever reason, they didn't go ahead with that. They ended up turning it into the B1B. And you still have B-52s that fly, and you still have B-1B bombers that fly.
Okay.
So when you try to do, and you'd think the Air Force would learn this with some of the airplanes that they do, when you try to make an airplane that can do a bunch of different things, you make an airplane that's good at, not good at a bunch of different things. So that's why we've always had specified aircraft. You make something specified and then it's very, very good for that one task. But you try to make something that's good at everything, then it ends up being bad at everything. So I wanted to clear that up because I didn't realize it, and being there before I thought I would have actually, I guess I never read that sign. But it was really cool to see something that was, there's only 1 of 4.
Yeah, very rare.
Very rare.
Super cool.
Yep, for real. So let's cut to my solo time, which felt really weird without you. I was very out of my element.
You know, it's okay. It's going to happen every once in a while. You get to have a little bit of the spotlight, so.
I didn't like it.
Anyways, let's cut to Donnie's footage of the museum.
So I just left Keisha, and she gave me, told me I could have a run of the museum. So I've been running around here and grabbing some photos and whatnot. And this is a really cool museum. Lisa and I have been here before. It's been a while, probably about 5 years to my recollection, but they have a lot of cool stuff. Stuff like this B1B right here. I didn't realize when I first came here and saw this B1B how big this aircraft actually is. B1B is huge. Really cool aircraft. The photo, as Keisha mentioned, they're doing an event. They're opening a new museum down at Centennial Airport. So it's going to be really cool. And then I talked to her afterwards, and she told me that that's going to be present and future flight. So they're going to show a lot of present aircraft, and they're going to rotate. They've got people lined up to donate their aircraft for a short time on exhibit, and then they take their aircraft back and a new one flies in. So at that airport, there's going to be functioning aircraft. There's going to be prototypes. She showed me a quick glimpse of a solar-powered airplane is going to be there, so that's super cool. And so then the rings at the Rockies here, you know, by the old Stapleton, I believe this is Lowry Air Force Base actually is what this is on. They are going to have history here, so a bunch of historic aircraft. I know the F-14 is still in service, I believe, and we have a Prowler down over here. If you ever saw the movie Flight of the Intruder, they used the Prowler aircraft. And then off in the distance, there's a Corsair 2, the one with its wings folded up. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll run down there and show you that here in a second. And behind that, we have an old F4 Phantom. And then we go on jets that I'm not, or a little bit before my time, to where I don't really remember what the names were. But they have a lot of cool aircraft here. The exhibit here, they get new things somewhat here and there, but it's not too frequent. That's why she said the Centennial one is going to be pretty cool, because they're going to constantly be changing out the aircraft there. So unfortunately, Lisa and I can't make that event. But the photo was donated to for the auction, but we'll make it down to Centennial one of these days to do that. And like she said, Lisa's very honored to have her photo donated. Been asked to have her photo donated for the auction. That's super cool, considering, you know, she's been doing photography, like actually like taking it seriously for a very short time. So here's a better look at the intruder. Or this isn't the intruder. This was in the movie Flight of the Intruder, but this is a prowler. So it's super cool. So we do have the new M50, but I didn't bring the gimbal for it. So I didn't know I was going to be set free in the museum to kind of look around. But it's a pretty decent drive, about an hour and 15 minutes. So I figured, you know, Keisha was gracious enough to allow me to run around the museum real quick. So I figured I'd take video of everything for you guys. But I wasn't planning on it. So this is the Corsair 2. One of my favorite airplanes as a kid. I actually built a lot of models on this aircraft. So the plane behind me is the F-4 Phantom. This flew a lot during Vietnam, and I used to hear stories from my father talking about seeing afterburner takeoffs, which would be super cool. And now they're U.S. Air Force uses them as drones to practice our fighter aircraft, shoot those down. So they hook them up and fly them remotely, and then pilots use it to train train in air-to-air combat and shoot them down. So glad we got to save a couple of them and see that aircraft is a super cool aircraft. This is a McDonald F-101 Voodoo. Again, I was talking about how big and massive the B-1B Lancer is. This thing is incredibly huge. So I spent a lot longer inside the museum than I thought I would. Give me free reign of something with a bunch of aircraft, and I'm gonna go crazy. So I did. I was in there for, geez, probably about 2 hours. And sorry, baby, that you couldn't be here, but was able. I thought I was gonna come down here and drop that off, and then head back up to northern Colorado. But Keisha let me have the run of the museum, so I took advantage of that and got some cool shots, which I'll show a few. They're nothing like Lisa's, but documented a couple things there, and you know, it was a lot of fun. And sorry Lisa couldn't be here, but like I said, we've been here before, so, and we'll come back again. And then we got to check out the new one in Centennial. Right behind me is a B-52 bomber, which when we were inside we saw the B-1B bomber, and that was to replace this bomber, and that never actually happened. You have both. You still have B-52s flying today, and you still have B-1Bs flying today. So they do different jobs and are both good at what they do. So both those aircraft, but pretty cool. Pretty. I still can't. Pretty surprise for today. I'm glad I brought the GoPro and the M50. Wish I would have brought the gimbal for it so I could be using that instead of this GoPro. But like I said, I wasn't expecting to tour the whole museum, so that was really cool. Thank you to Keisha for allowing me to do that. That was awesome, and I hope the auction is a huge success. I don't know, she said she's going to give me a link to the auction, or send it to Lisa rather, for the online auction. So if you're seeing this and you want to bid on Lisa's photo or any of the other photos, you're more than welcome. I'm not sure when she'll send us the link to the auction, if it's going to be for this Sunday's video or not, if we'll have it in time. But if we have it in time, we'll for sure get that link in the video. And what else? I don't know, super exciting day. I'm going to cut back to Lisa and I, and we'll wrap this video up. So I'll see you soon.
Alright guys, so that's the video for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different. You guys got to have a little one-on-one time with Donnie, and you know, see a little different aviation perspective. I'm kind of starting to see a theme here. We're kind of mixing in a lot of aviation and a little bit of everything else. So anyways, we're going to be changing that up though, I promise, because we're going to be missing out on a lot of events with him working, you know, the next quite few weekends. So anyways, we'll be putting in some sunset type photo shoot type things, I think, and trying to come up with some other ideas. So if you guys have any ideas of things that you'd love to see, comment below. And we hope that you enjoyed this. Again, Keisha, if you're watching, thank you very much. I am honored to have been a part of an exhibit and a silent auction for the opening for the new exhibit for the Wings Over the Rockies.
The puppies are excited too.
They are very excited. They're running around and doing their thing. So
I would also like in the comments, if you've made it this far to the video, you're at the very end.
You are at the end.
I should have said it at the beginning, but I want you to comment down below what you think Lisa's photo will auction for.
Oh, yeah, because we're all wondering. Everybody's been asking, what do you think it's going to go for? And I honestly have no idea. So I
have an idea. I told Lisa it. I don't want to tell the video it because, yeah, I don't know.
And we'll put another blip of it up. We've showed it to you guys before. It was the one with the exhaust on the fire, so it actually turned out really cool in a print. In anything. But anyways, we're rambling, so we're not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you for watching us again this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hit that little bell for the notifications for when we post things. And we'll see you guys next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Is this the new craft for the Space Force?
Yeah.